Hi, I'm Jesse. I'm the Managing Director of Ooze Studios, and I want to explain to you why every single business, no matter what size or industry you're from, can successfully beat this downturn because of the pandemic. It's affected all of us, but it doesn't have to mean that some of us are in survival mode. It means that we can actually go into thriving mode. And I'm going to explain to you why in a minute. First of all, I want you to read, when you get an opportunity, the Harvard Business Review link that I put below. Really interesting analysis that they did of 4,800 companies during the Great Depression back in 1929. What was really interesting is that whilst 17% of those 4,800 companies that were analysed failed or did very badly, 10% thrived. And so what they did is that they did a cross-analysis and looked at common characteristics between the ones that survived and the characteristics that weren't there were the ones that didn't survive or that did very badly. So what were they? The third one was really interesting. The third one was investment in technology. A very easy thing to say, but if you invest in technology, it means that you're driving innovation. If you're driving innovation, it means that you can pivot. If you have the opportunity to pivot, that is how you survive and eventually thrive. So what does pivoting mean? It means choosing a new medium in which to communicate with your clients. It is a new service mix. It is a brand new set of features. It is sometimes completely deconstructing and then reconstructing to be able to adapt to the current climate. Now, the other thing that it doesn't actually mention, which we strongly believe at Ooze is the other critical factor, is having a thriving community. Every single business, no matter whether you're an entertainment business, a DJ, landscape architect, professional service, aged care facility, whatever it is, you need to have a thriving community. Now, what does that mean? It means that when you pivot at any point, such as now, such as because of an unknown event, such as a world pandemic, that by pivoting, you know that your thriving community will follow you. You know that they will be one of the first people to purchase or to continue using your service. This is applicable across the whole board. Now, a thriving community doesn't mean having 10,000 Facebook followers. A thriving community comes from one-to-one communication that this end client, this end customer, has a direct relationship with your brand and someone within the business or multiple people within the business. Now, the most common way to do this is to have a good, thriving email list, an email database, CRM, whatever you want to call it. Now, the quantity doesn't matter. It comes from the quality of the relationship with your community at a macro level, at a micro level with each and every one of those people within the community. To summarize, fundamentally, you need to be able to pivot in drastic situations such as COVID-19. So that can mean solely just focusing on doing deliveries, or it can mean moving from an offline to an online platform. It can mean changing your communication channels from text through to phone calls, or phone calls through to a closed Facebook group through to email marketing, whatever it is. You need to be able to be on the ground and know what your customers want, because their habits have just changed, which means that you need to change with that and you need to pivot. I actually highly recommend Superfans by Pat Flynn. It's not the best written book in the world, but it's very personal to Pat, and he talks about his decade-plus long search and community building skills and tips. It gradually takes you on this journey of how to start from essentially non-connected community through to a thriving superfan community where they will follow you and they will promote for you. And this applies to every single business, no matter what industry. If you have a loyal following, if you have a loyal community base, a thriving community base, they will purchase your new pivot service offering, purchase your new pivoted platform, or whatever that may be. So ask me any questions about this. I'm here to help, basically.